Welcome to the Magic City, the football capital of the South, Birmingham, Alabama, home to the UAB Blazers, and the fans here have been eagerly anticipating this clash. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on a fellow AAC opponent, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Blazers will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
And no surprise, this offense has their foot on the pedal, trying to take advantage of a defense that struggled in their last game. Obviously, they lost that one, but nice play early, swatting that ball away. That should help this defense's confidence.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes his connection. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
At the 35, he's got room. All the way in for the touchdown. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the UAB Blazers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Offense set on first down. To the ground with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Blazers want to move quickly. He'll keep it himself. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, that's a good omen if you're this offense. Obviously, it's early in the game. You've got the lead, and the ball's bouncing their way. Really nice catch there, David, off the deflection.
A good early omen, for sure, for this offense. Like, when you're getting deflections and you're catching those, that's a good start to this ball game. Let's get some positive juices flowing, because those are breaks that sometimes turn into interceptions, but early in this game, it turns into a big catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep on the run. Wide open, he makes the catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
And now on second down for this offense. Now the play fake, feeling some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking to throw on second down. Going up top. He's got it inside the 25. A huge play, and they finally get him out of bounds and avert complete disaster on the final play of the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. He's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's back to throw on second down. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. Coming after it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Got a man. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the Blazers are in the hurry-up.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down.
Get set, alert!
Looking to move it through the air. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sampson. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Blazers will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires left. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the 1st.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite the resume. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. And that is no good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. All lined up and ready to go for a great 2nd half ahead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Keeps the legs moving. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Blazers want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to get it through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Blazers are flying down the field.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Grab near the marker. It's Sampson. And they will score. Touchdown, Blazers. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They've cut into this lead. It's down to 11 as they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
The give to the tailback. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got his man. Got some room headed to the goal line. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Let's it go to the end zone. And it'll be a touchdown. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely to...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Blazers want to crank the tempo. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Unloads to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll try the run. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Get set, get set.
They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways.
A late-game touchdown to put 6 on the board.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. The quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Sampson. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Blazers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Back open in the middle. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got it! And he hauled it in, but couldn't quite get it to the end zone. Defense forces him out of bounds at the 3.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Getting some heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UAB.
I mean, 4th and goal, and what does he do? He makes plays. This is why quarterbacks with this kind of athletic ability are so hard to stop. Big-time money down on 4th down, and the quarterback makes the play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll leave it with him. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner, and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UTSA Roadrunners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Roadrunners offense is going to be backed up thanks to that last. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. Back to throw, it's ball. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He'll bring it back. It's Combs. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
29 Phillies, 2-0.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They move the tight end all over. From the shotgun, the inside give. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And come on now, O-line. You've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Looking to pass. It's Ball. He's right on target. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Breaks the tackle. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Back to the ground with the running back. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. On the move, he fires. Got his man. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. Feeling some heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Now on second down. They go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He caught it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And, guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. first down for the offense.
325. Hey, 10. Flip, go.
Leaves it with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Offense gets set for second down.
Now 55 feet.
Dropping back, it's ball. Coming after it. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his back in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
All right, you gave up the big play, defense. I know they got a big chunk, but they didn't get in the end zone. You live to fight another day. Now you got to bow your necks up.
Into their happy place for a touchdown. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lincoln. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Roadrunners headed quickly to the line. From the gun, give on the inside. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Dropping back, it's Ball. Makes the grab down the middle.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Really nice job with the patience by the wide receiver there on that route. Working against man coverage in the perimeter of the field, he knows exactly where he needs to get and at what time he needs to be there so that when he turns around, the ball's there and they get the first.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wide open downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And the Roadrunners with the 1st and 10. Scrambling away. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Got it.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Igloo. Igloo.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. On target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Ball. He wants it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The Roadrunners will try to pick it up on 4th down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Oh, what a move to get open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with it back.
The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Lasso. Last time.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He got it. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in San Antonio as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
And the Roadrunners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. First down here for the offense. He'll set up to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Blasted as he lets it go. Ball in the air, intercepted. No room to return, but no. After making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Give to the running back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Gets it out quickly. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. It's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense set for a 1st down play. The give to the back. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the gun, the running back has it. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. The 20. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Carolina is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Jadeveon Clowney had a hand in getting this kid to Columbia, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas A&M. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's loose. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Ready? 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. To the air, it's ball. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Inside the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UT takes San Antonio. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Handoff to the single back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He looks that one in nicely. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break.
Get set, get set.
He wants to throw. Working that left side now. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Throws toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. 3rd and inches coming, maybe the biggest play of the game. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find...
Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an...
And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And he's in for the score.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Ball. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Short gain on the play before he slides. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
Got it.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Come on, set.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Now this offense is back on the field. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He makes the connection. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Dropping back, it's ball. Caught. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. This offense has a second down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dialing up a second down pass play. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On third down, going up top. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular.
You
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the AAC. He'll bring it out. It's Dobbs. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, Palmer.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Pressure coming. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This believes they're way better than what their record indicates. I know they've got a losing record coming into this one, but they felt like they could make some plays early in this one and show the rest of the... They are. Phenomenal job on defense. On the opening drive, getting the pick, and now setting the offense up here early with great field position.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Owls moving quickly to the line. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Power ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Trying to surge it in. Tried to fight his way in, but they get him on the ground at the 2, and it's a 4th and goal stop. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. The give to the back. Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Give to the back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He finds his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They're bringing heat. Makes the grab on the left.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll try to run for it. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. They'll try to start the second quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. South Carolina looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week in Hilton Head instead of the film room. They're trailing by 14 to Ole Miss. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Owls come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Dennis. Quickly complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man quickly. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They're going to throw it again. Looking for a big play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Cornerbacks have tough jobs. They got to be fast, obviously. They got to react to all the speed in front of them, all the shifts, all the motions, all the formations. But when you play zone, you got to make sure you get deep to shallow. I can't get beat deep first. The cornerback does a good job bailing, playing that cover 3 technique, then breaking on the football, then going and making a big play.
Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The back goes in motion. To throw, it's Dennis. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out fast. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. I like this call on 3rd and 2. Just relied on timing and excellent execution.
And I don't like the call for the defense. 3rd and 2, you know the ball's going to come out quickly. You got to play more aggressive. Take away those slants and those quick routes.
And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. Touchdown. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
It's caught. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. They get to him as he throws. Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Dennis. Got his man in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. He'll throw on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And they can't make the connection. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Give to the single back. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. To the air, it's Dennis. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Stokes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And he missed it. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The Owls in the hurry up.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Dennis. Got the back over the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go, using the quick game. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Rice. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. And he pulls it in at the 15. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 10 over Texas State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. And the Owls will hustle to the line. Wants to throw. It's Dennis. He's got his man. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. That's caught. It's Stokes. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Going up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Slings it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Back to pass, it's Dennis. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on first down. Zings it complete to the right.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Wide receiver shows motion. This quarterback part of their running game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Might as well give it to him again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Hands it off. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
To the ground. He's got it again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Handoff from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Try to get it on the ground. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
Running through contact. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles,
Bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, and coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Dennis. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Feeling some heat. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.